This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena, a new season begins, and we start the climb all over again. And hey, that's, there's something to it. I don't like getting reset and having to grind again, but then on the other hand, it's an opportunity. It's like a new year, a new month, a fresh start, a chance to do things that you did last time but better. Last time we speed ran to #1 mythic. A little monologue at the end of my last video let you know that I don't think that was actually good from a long-term aspect. I'm pumped that I did it, no regrets, but having to play like top 1,000 mythic for a whole season gets exhausting, and it also limits you the decks that you can play. So now we're going to work our way up the ladder, and I'm gonna try to do it at a steadier, some would say healthier pace, a little bit. Some of you out there trying to be my mom and dad, being like, CGB, don't burn out, stay healthy. Thanks, I love you, mom and dad. Bob's and Judy's in the chat all over the place. But anyway, it does let us do, I think, what some of you are going to enjoy a lot, which is experiment more with a few different cards. And I know, as I say that, you look at this list and you're like, that has Edgewall, Innkeeper, Lovestruck Beast, and Bonecrusher Giant. GGB. Those aren't that new. Well, I wanted to try and play with the Foretell Mythics that I haven't really had to taken much time to play with right now so far. As we've gotten into the set, Battle Mammoth and Quakebringer. I like the idea of these mythics giving you a Foretell on turn 2 when you play Obosh, so that you have something to do with 2 mana. Along with Stomp, you rarely have nothing to do. And then I just want to try putting some of these on the field and seeing if they do anything. Your opponents can't gain life is a pretty cool ability. 2 damage from the graveyard is a cool ability if you're against rogues. And Battle Mammoth, whenever a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. That's pretty cool. So I have a feeling that they won't be as good as Lovestruck Beast, but we've got Lovestruck Beast in this deck to fight other Lovestruck Beasts. And it's still a Great Henge deck. We've got 4 copies of the Great Henge, no copies of Embercleave, because we're an Obosh deck. So I wanted to try out a little Obosh Gruul. We also have Arnie Broken Bow, which I think Arnie Broken Brow might be really good here, because when you pair it with Battle Mammoth, it just comes down, gets thick. The opponent wants to kill it. You draw cards. Good combination. It's also a haste creature that's a 3-drop that you can hit off Turn Timber Symbiosis. So it comes in as a 6/6 and can grow into something else if such a thing exists. We have Snow Mana. The Snowlands let us play Frostbite and Blizzard Brawl as cheap, odd, costed removal spells. They don't let us... Obosh doesn't let us play Shatter Skull Smashing, so that's why the Turn Timber Symbiosis is living in the deck. And because we are an odd deck, running the Edgewall Innkeeper and the Adventures is just smart magic. So we're going to try out Foretell Gruul today, see how it does, and, if we're not climbing as fast as we were in the past, or the win rate isn't absolutely bonkers, you can blame the totally solved standard meta. And look forward to more Strixhaven stuff. If you want to hear me talk about Strixhaven cards, me and my buddy Arjuna do the Arena Craft podcast once a week, and we're now posting videos of that podcast here on the channel, so check that out. It's definitely long form. Talking is what we do. Thank you to everybody who's checked that out and enjoyed it. And this video is dedicated to salute to Kareem, the latest member of the Cool Kids Club. You can join the Cool Kids Club down below by hitting the join button. $4.99 a month gets you access to my deck lists 1 day early. It gets you access to special members only videos. It gets you access to a freaking frog in my throat. Okay. You don't get the frog in the throat. I know, you're sad. You're very sad. You get special members only videos and early access to some of my new projects like CovertGoBlue and things of that nature. So hit join below. You also have the opportunity, the chance, if you are the lucky one of the day, if I pick you, then you get a video dedicated in your honor. So today's video is dedicated to Salute to Kareem, and we pick out a cosmetic. There's a sweet one in the store that I've kind of been excited to get at 90% off. It's a Layla, Artful Provocateur, a very cool commander card, and another piece of the Eldraine puzzle that will be forever remembered as freaking insane. So, Layla, you are now mine. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. Tonight, we do battle with a sleepy panda. All right. Well, it's a hand. There's no adventures, but there's only 8 adventures in the deck, and we're curving the way that we kind of built the deck to do, with a turn 1 play and a Foretell and a turn 3 play, and if we draw a henge, we do stuff. So let's see what happens. Not having Brushfire Elemental in Gruul feels wrong, but there's the henge. Eddie, Trail of Crumbs. Off a Ketria Trap. What is this? Hey, look, an adventure creature. Magic is easy. Something. I think we foretell, though. We don't have to. If things go according to plan, we'll have a very big, great henge. Green, red, mammoth. We could just hold up Stomp. I'm just not sure what we're stomping when they play Trail of Crumbs. I think I foretell. We'll go Aggro Giant next turn. Saving a mana later could be worth 2 damage. Quakebringer good against food. You gains no life from your food? It's nonsense. All right, did nothing. Kind of rewarded. I attack you again. Eh? Okay. I'd pay 3 freaking life and drop a Kazandu Mammoth. Let's go, squad. Opponent digging into the deck with the Trail of Crumbs. Quakebringer not fast enough. Not fast enough to prevent the foodie. Lovestruck Beast. I hear that's a card. Oh, tell me I get to henge Quakebringer next turn. Please. That's the life I want to live. Innkeeper down. Diversion achieved. See if the opponent wants to get chumpy. No? Nice. They might be doing the dragon thing. I'm glad we drew a Blizzard Brawl to at least fight it. Ripped Quakebringer. At the beginning of your upkeep, 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if it is on the battlefield or if it is in your graveyard and you control a giant. Okay, so just being on the battlefield, we get to hit our opponent for 2. That's something I often forget about with the card. Our opponent's trying to combine food and adventure. Is that a thing? Do we combine those things? I don't know if I combine those things. Get big. Who wants to fight? All right. Rawr. Where are you going? We were playing a good game of Magic. Oh, that was a beating. No forests. But this hand is so good. We're gonna draw a forest. I feel it. I feel it. It's a new season. It's a new day. Nothing goes wrong. It's just mono. Oh, yeah. Let's go. It's mono red, but who cares? We'll just play this little edgy. And we'll bend over to kill it. We may just want to trade it here, right? Do we? All right, they didn't play a robber, so what do they have? They might Bone Crush this, and I guess that's how we want them to use their mana. So trading here isn't really the play. Yep. All right, so if they annex, what do we want? We want to Bone Crush their Fireblade Charger, I suppose. We'll wait and see if they play a robber. All right, they don't. Would you like to pump it with your Rimrock Knight? No? Big surprise. Try to keep him off that Embercleave. There's Annex. All right. Looks like it's going to be a tough game. So we could play our 3/3 Mammoth, but it just gets Frostbit. And having it as a 5/5 next turn doesn't matter unless we drew a henge off the top, which seems unlikely. But I'd rather play, like, I can also play Arnie. And then next turn I can play Innkeeper and Bonecrusher Giant. That's when I want to do it. And I don't know, this might still be useful as a land. Let's play Arnie. Also gets Frostbit. But I'll offer the trade with Annex. Let's be defensive. Just put bodies in the way. Okay. Opponent slams Torbrand. 2/1/1 show up. Pumped by the creature. All right, Battle Mammoth could happen next turn. Let's see how the opponent wants to roll this time. Okay. Life is mean. Life is a very, very, very cruel thing. Our opponent going first. Well, you know what I have to say about going first. The true devil of Magic. At least a best of one. Well, we drew that card. We drew that card. Get me away from this person. I wish them pain and suffering. I love how that the game against Mono Red curved out perfectly. Lost was not even close, but that happens sometimes. That's just the way the game is. We're on the draw again. We have a pretty cool hand, though. I wonder... Okay, we probably turn one Forest. Play Beastie. Yeah. Trying to think of when we play this Mammoth. I'd love to foretell one of these. I really would. If we drew an untapped land, I think I foretell a Mammoth next turn instead of play the tap land. But let's see what we do. Let's see what happens. Looks like we get some Gruul on Gruul. We're on the draw, we trade. All right, well, it's an untapped land on 4. I don't think that's it, so we'll play this tapped, we'll play this, because the opponent doesn't really want to spend this turn bone crushing it. They want to play their beast. But we're threatening to draw a card, and nothing makes people sadder. All right, they've got a Mammoth. We can't kill it yet because we don't have Snowland. So if they have a henge, well, you know, they did it. Well, I don't be sued. We could still draw our own henge. That would be fire. Trades. Okay, they've got their own Innkeeper and Lovestruck Beast. Well, Magic is hard. And we have all these 5-drops that I wish I had a chance to foretell, but didn't. Don't even know what I'm going to do with an extra mana next turn, but there you go. Maybe I should have foretold the Quakebringer for that reason if I knew what I wanted to play was the Mammoth. Well, at least now Beastie doesn't attack. Okay, a different Beastie attacks. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, maybe now I do play Quakebringer. At least something to trade with that beast. I don't really want to trade the mammoth because that can draw me cards. Where's my hinges? If my opponent draws mythic artifacts and I don't, I'll lose this game. Yeah, there's no point in hoping the... Like, if the opponent has Embercleave, of course we lose. Yeah, definitely another game where the opponent drew good cards and we drew bad cards, or at least not the broken cards. We drew, okay, I know what happened. We drew Kaldheim, they drew Eldraine. That's what happened. Is this why people don't play these cards? Because the heads up is so bad. All right, let's do a game on the play. I want to know how that feels. I really do. We got paired all the way up to diamond. Let's see. Opponent goes first. Okay then. This hand is really bad too. It's absurdly slow. Yeah. Okay. So I think that the key here is that we put away the new mythic and keep the rare Eldraine cards. I think that's the key to success in this particular hand. Do I take 3 here to have a 1/1? I have to play a tap land sometime. Might as well do it now. Ta-da! Opponent on an absolute roll. So now we have to do this. I'm gonna change my name to CovertGoDraw, because that's what I do. I live on the draw. All right. I don't like it. I do not like it one bit, but we gotta do what we gotta do. I think if we play the 3/3, it's not really that big. So I guess this would get around another giant killer if they have it, but that's what they have. They always have Sky Maul, baby. The good news is we're not dead and we're going to henge. That's the good news. Why didn't I Mammoth that turn, though? I think that was a big mistake. Because we could have had the 7/7 henge, which would have left me more mana to do more things this turn. Oh, well. Henge. Well, the opponent's crying, but I'm not in this game yet. I haven't drawn any removal. I haven't drawn some of the larger mythics. My opponent's at 28, I'm at 11. They slam a giant killer, which maybe they had last turn, maybe they didn't. Like, everything's bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can do this side, this side. Let's start with a Mammoth. We really do want to draw a, what is it? An Edgewall Innkeeper to draw even more cards off of our adventure creatures, like that. Like a boss. And like a boss. Do we play 2 Innkeepers this turn? I don't think so. Let's play the Giant. More green, more red. Let's see, what's their attack like? It's not good. I mean, only in the air, right? That's all they've got. Yeah, we don't need to play a giant this turn. Let's do this instead. Keep digging for more bone crushers. That doesn't really solve all of our problems either. Frostbite can kill this giant killer. If they protect it, this is at risk. Well, let's see what they do. Down to 3. The life total keeps dwindling. 36 to 3. And no real way to remove this or just beat an artifact. Man, when will I be Covert Go first? It's been such a better game. All right. I'm not sure what to do with this Frostbite because of this Savior. I guess we just try to save it for a blowout, but they know we have it, so I'm just gonna kill the Savior. Just gonna make sure that thing dies. Since they're not leaving up mana for the killer. Arnie! But we're definitely playing adventure creatures here. Draw it up. Draw those cards. I have a feeling we have to find something. Something to fly. Something to be a land. Okay. I guess we'll thin the deck first. What am I trying to draw? 2 Frostbites? Blizzard Brawl? I guess Blizzard Brawl is like a rock solid here, right? And probably more likely than 2 Frostbites. Son of a... I could have had 2 more life. I could have had 2 more life. Well... We're not dead yet, but now we're dead to like Luminarch Aspirant, right? So that's a big problem. But leaving up double green was kind of hard to see. Are we going to 1? We're going to 1. All right, draw another Frostbite. How many do we have? 1. We still have 2 more in the deck. Another Innkeeper. No adventure cards. We do gain, we can gain 4 life this turn because of the double henge. Bone Crusher, that'll get it done. The opponent leaving mana up, I don't think they have much going on. The tap down. Okay. What else you got? So what else are we doing with our mana? 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3. And then we want to do it on their turn because they can move the Sky Mall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It's awkward. It's an awkward mana number. 1, 2, 3 mana to kill it. 3 mana to play other henge. And then 2 mana to do something else. Wait, 3 mana plays an untapped henge though, so it's 4 mana to do something else. Okay. Well, we could send Arnie, but he won't be big enough to beat the Daxos. Oh, he will. He will. That's the 1 extra mana thing. I just have to do this first. Okay. Sorry. Tough one. Gotta be careful. Let's get Broken Brow in here. He also gets a +1/+1 counter, so he's definitely fine. Oh, the opponent will tap him. Respect. Respect for the Broken Brow. The Quake Bringer. Shut down that life gain. Okay. We could attack with the Giant. If the opponent blocks, we could use some kind of a removal spell and blow him out. We could also, we could use that opportunity to hit the bounty, but then they move the weapon to the killer. Is there a world where that's lethal? I don't think so. So this is a pretty low risk attack. It just leaves very few blockers. If they were to tap something down, I might have to chump with an Innkeeper. I guess I'm okay with that, but yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. Heliod, Sun Crowned on the stack. I guess we have to kill the bounty now, because the opponent's going to gain a life and move a +1/+1 counter. So they can't move the Sky Maul, so let's go for it. That Heliod would have been lethal the turn before, I think, with just putting a +1/+1 counter on something. Yeah, because it enters the battlefield, it triggers Daxos. Okay. What are they giving the protection for, and what are they doing with it? So this will come down, gain a life. They put another counter on this. They can attack somewhere for 3. Also, they countered the Bone Crusher Giant, so we don't have an adventure creature. If they attack here, though, we can gang block this. And if we gang block this, I lose 1 Innkeeper and my 1/1, and they lose their Daxos, which they needed with the Heliod. All right, can't gain life. Got him. Let's see if they know that. That's going to be the experiment here. However, we are just dead to a Sky Maul on the Heliod. We're just dead that way. We need to draw something else. Or we need them to miss the play. Can we force them to block? I don't think I have enough to deal 30. Maybe I was supposed to buy Obosh? Can I survive the way back if I swing all out? Almost. Yeah, we need them to make a mistake here, so let's push for it. They might fear an Embercleave, even though they shouldn't because we have Obosh, but you never know. At this point, we need a mistake, so you can't put your opponent on playing perfect and have any outs. We just don't have them. This can be 13 plus 5. It's 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's actually exactly 30 that we're attacking for, so we are forcing a block. But if the opponent wants to play it safe, they need to chump somewhere else, and it looks like they are. If they chump enough to turn off the Heliod, we have a chance. But I don't think they will. Okay. Heliod turns off. What's that last card? Can't gain life. If the last card, it can equip the Daxos, but it doesn't get in for enough anymore. I think they were counting on the triggers, so maybe we do have a chance now. We should play another blocker. We can foretell this, but we can't cast it. All right, let's play you. Now we have blockers of 3 different colors. Reading Quakebringer. Yeah, you can't gain life. And you turned off your Heliod. So if they have a 1-drop, that does it, right? Because that gives Heliod 5, and then they equip Sky Maul to it, and they win. I think they'd be top-decking it since they didn't play it last turn. So please don't top-deck me. I'm not a perfect player, but I played all right this game. And I'd like to win. I'd like to win one for the Quakebringer. If the Quakebringer can't beat the life gain deck, what is the card doing? You know, honestly, really, sincerely. What are we doing here? Apparition. Target, Mammoth. Trigger, no life gain. Attack with Heliod. We could take it. Think we might, because I think we can counterattack for victory. Does the opponent know that? They know. Who told them? Take 2. Boom. Come on here, Obosh. I got a job for you. I got a job for you. We were also going to kill their apparition and turn off their Heliod, but no need to kick them. Kick them absolutely while they're down. Do you think the opponent plays small creatures? It's best of 1. Of course they do. Do it. All right, let's go get our red source ready. Get it ready. Play those elves. Come on, elves. Tangle Florahedron, okay. Well, I guess they could still play something else if they have a 1-drop. We are a bit bottlenecked on red mana. We have 1 red source, 4 red cards that we want to cast. There we go. Oh, awkward, right? I want to just frostbite both of them, but then I can't play the mammoth the next turn. Yeah, whatever. This is called hateful right here. This is aggro. Aggro control. Just destroy your cool things. No ramp for you. They'll just give me something to Bone Crush. We'll play this tapped. Then we'll play the Mammoth. Yeah, that's it. Ramp you not. You shall not ramp.
Ramp you won't. No. No, you will not. Gem Razor, no mutate, you did.
I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess what is this feeling? What's happening? Am I having fun?
Fight it, you did.
Adventure creatures greater than not adventure creatures. That's what we are learning. When you get 2 cards in 1, you end up with most cards. Double Horn Beetle.
Henge we draw.
Yeah, that... I guess we attack first. Blow up a double block. And then we can wait. We can wait and see if they put a 4-power creature down. They do. All right, land off the top, and we get a pretty cool turn. Let's see it. Did it. All right, I guess we want trades, because we're the one with the henge. Our opponent probably has a henge if they're not blocking there. But Quakebringer will put a quick end to that nonsense. All right, Mammoth. Now, I don't think it's gonna help you too much. All right, do we Obosh them? It still trades because it doubles the damage. I think we Quakebring them. We can attack first though before we let them know what's up. Guess you stay home. Well, they have to chump. If they block this with the Yorvo, they have to chump somewhere else. What are they doing right now? They double block and then I have a 4-3 versus that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, they have to chump somewhere else if they're going to block the 4-3 with the Yorvo, which they don't want to do. They should also be able to figure out we have something else after the Obosh, or like instead of the Obosh, or we would have bought it and played it. So yeah, they'll trade the whole battlefield. Nope, they're going to keep Yorvo. They're going to try to outscale us with Yorvo, and they're willing to go to 2. Well, I know somebody who prevents life gain and does 2 damage. But you don't see much of them in the meta. You have to look deeper. Yeah. Flex on them. Pew pew. Old hot garbage. That's a name to get attention. Battle Mammoth. I don't feel like I've seen you for a while. We're on the play with Painful Lands. But we do have a henge. We can have a turn 3 Broken Brow, turn 4 Battle Mammoth. If we draw any land, the Mammoth gets interesting, but if we don't curve out. So I guess I'm doing this, and I don't like it. Also, I don't have the red for Broken Brow. Just realized that. I don't have that till turn 4 off the passage. Well, take 3 to play nothing. To actually play nothing. I'm starting to regret my deck. Why couldn't I play Broken Brow as a land? Alright. But anyway, hopefully Battle Mammoth gets to do something this game. Rakdos. Okay. Giant on giant action. Battle Mammoth might be good. Of course, they can steal it, which would make me sad. Do you have Timurit Calls the Dead into Kroxa? Or just ultimate baller move? Most Rider. Okay, they're definitely stealing sack. I mean, we can hope they don't have the Akroan War. That's probably our best chance. Obviously, they're really looking good against us. Dude, please don't tank on whether or not to sacrifice your goat. Please. Come on now. Thank you. That's nice of you. All right, cross your fingers, everybody. At least if they steal it, we get to draw a card. Big shiny mythic coming through. Goes to combat. Oh, you want to bone crush this? No blocks. Says go. You'll love to see it. do this fetch first so they can't do any nonsense when something's on the stack. Trust me, I can invent things in my head that they could do. It matters. My decisions matter. So they probably have Claim, so I'm thinking we play Quakebringer. Because I don't know what the heck they're doing with their deck if they don't have Claim at this spot. They did nothing last turn. So I'm not going for an Arnie, is what I'm telling you. We're gonna Quakebringer. Now, do we play defense now because of their Bone Crusher Giant? I think we attack them with the Mammoth, but if they steal either one of these and attack again, that's really bad, so I'm just gonna chill. They could still top deck the War, and we can hit them for a ton of damage starting pretty soon. We just need a few more turns. All right, here they come. We don't want to block the Death Toucher. We can block the Woe Strider. If they want to target that with the Giant, we draw a card and we keep our Mammoth. I know you're saying it should have attacked if it wasn't going to block. It was if they stole something. I think we're doing just fine trying to stabilize here. Also interesting that they're attacking with this Mire Triton. Means they might have another. Yeah. And now we get to take advantage of that. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Maybe we do that. Or we buy Obosh. Both are good. Or we pay one and just pump this. Down to 10. Get a little Foretell. End the turn. Arnie looking good right there. Good looking good. Looking like the headbutting machine. By the way, the premiere, if it's not up already, of Arnie Broken Brow is coming. The tale from the lore is coming soon. One of my absolute favorites that I've done with my wife and Maddie B. Really funny. Good work. So I hope you'll check it out. But yeah, here comes Claim. The opponent gets to do the thing that their deck set out to do. Okay, just you. Down to 8. Opponent gets their Scry to the top. Probably the Crowan War. I don't know what else gets them out of this. Let's take out that Mire Triton. Yeah, no, all right, it's still scrying to the top. So if this hits for 12, are they dead? They have to chump block, and we have a Frostbite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I've got it. 1, 2. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay. So this deals 12. They're at 10. They can absorb 4, but we can take away 3. As long as we play the land on the right number. I'm just gonna do this now. Show them what's up. Kick back, have a cold one. Oh yeah, Frostbite Obosh is a thing, by the way. Dead. Perfect. How did that come out to 0? because when they block, it deals 5, so 10. Okay. It doubles the damage dealt to both, right? So this, the token absorbs 2 damage, not 1, because it deals double. So 5 gets through, it gets doubled to 10. Why do I always... I think about it as a power boost, but doubling's different. Sure, but on the draw makes me queasy, but... I mean, if you can't win with a Bone Crusher and a Lovestruck Beast, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's too bad I won't get a chance to foretell one of these big, beautiful mythics. Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Our opponent... What the hell is that? What was that turn? What a load of garbage. Just kidding. It's fine. This is fine. See? If we had gone first, it wouldn't have happened. It's that simple. If they drop a Toski, I'm just like, what? Okay, Felidar Retreat is here. It's a good card, dangerous card. Opponent wants to get him for 1. It's interesting. They're gonna take a point for that. I'll make them pay. Let's see, we can shock in the Symbiosis for the Mammoth, but I don't think that's worth it. Blocker acquired. All right, Fabled Passage. Let's go. You got it? 100,000,000% of the time they have the Fabled Passage. They wouldn't know what to do without it. This might be the best draw I've ever seen this deck have. I don't remember getting to do this when I played it. I love this deck in theory, but I never get like turn 3 retreat on the play, turn 4 showdown. If you have the showdown, my hat's off to you. You are the superior mage. I bow to your might. I bow to your amazingness. We've got a serious problem with flyers in this deck. We gotta work on that. Okay, all right. Just a Bone Crusher. I'm glad that they took out the token so I can play the Innkeeper. Not a good attack with the beast, though. Where's my henge? Where is my henge? Two Fabled Passage. All right, now, okay, they didn't play Showdown, so they don't have it, but that would have still been the nuts. Toski also here is insane. Look at him go! What a master. What an absolute killer. All right. Don't really have good blocks here, do I? I guess you guys are going in front of something. Otherwise, we're just gonna die. We're just gonna die anyway. I don't have any solution to the flyer. Get me out of here. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. And we are back for the post-game wrap. And can I go back to net decks now? Can I or I need to retire, or I need to go play some Brawl or some Magic Legends. I don't know. And I'm just messing. I definitely had fun at times playing this deck, but really, it just, even with 4 Frostbites, 2 Blizzard Brawls, and 4 Bone Crusher Giants, it just, and like huge monsters that gum up the ground, and the Great Henge, which is a life gain and card draw engine, you just get rolled sometimes, and it's something I just never feel good about. It's like I've examined this on the channel before. This is kind of what happened with the Obosh Adventures, the Teamer deck a few days ago. This is why I don't like playing decks that are mostly creatures, because a good amount of games you don't actually get to play Magic because your opponent went first and outdrew you. And I know that that's a part of Magic in general, but with control decks and a few removal spells or a counter spell, at least I always feel like I had a decision to make. And here it's like there are just games you play optimally and you lose. And a lot of those games you lose, we have to be honest. We have a Battle Mammoth and a Quakebringer sitting in our hand doing nothing. But there were some beautiful moments. Battle Mammoth drew some cards against Rakdos. Quakebringer shut down the life gain deck, kept Daxos from putting counters on things with Heliod. You know, that was cool. Arnie hit for 8 at one point, I believe. That was lovely. We killed every single creature a green deck played. Like, so there's definitely some magic in there. And of course, anytime I have the Great Henge out and I'm drawing cards, I feel really good. We didn't have any games where the Great Henge was on the battlefield that weren't pretty freaking awesome. So I guess my advice is go first and draw more Great Henges. This deck is definitely an option. Can you get to Mythic? Yeah, you have to go first more than I do. And you'll probably be fine. Like, it has power. And these cards have power. But it is really awkward to see them up against the Eldraine cards. When Eldraine rotates, do you think that Battle Mammoth and Quakebringer will be good crafts? I don't hope we have another Eldraine. Like, a format where these are just solid, good cards that get played, I think is a good format. And as I look at the power level of Strixhaven coming in, I think that might be what happens. The awkward thing is waiting several more months for it to happen. What is it? April, May, June, July, August, September 17th. Put it on your calendar. 6 months. 6 more months of Lovestruck Beast, Bonecrusher Giant, Edgewall Innkeeper. 6 more months of Thieves Guild Enforcer, Into the Story, Drowning the Lock. 6 more months of Yorion. And the ultimatums. But when they're gone, maybe we can get back to a format where you can play 5 mana stat overloaded creature that maybe you foretold on 2 and cast early, and it'll be frickin' sweet. I do hope that happens. In the meantime, this is an okay shell to get loose with, but maybe you're better off with the Eldraine cards. Craft at your own risk. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.